Imagine the end of civilization, the end of this, where we succumb to the horrors of tyranny, where everything that we feared comes true. Everything. We are in a gulag. We're in some FEMA camp. We're locked in some weird panopticon where everything social, we're like little mini Uyghur camps where everything is through, where every conceivable horror from social credit scores to being vaxxed and packed away and branded, and we have internal chips in our bodies, and we're tagged and laser marked like cattle, and we're just it's all over. The society has been rendered completely impotent and infertile by virtue of incessant geoengineering, nanoparticulate stratospheric sprayings with new these weird Wi-Fi tinkerings and the like, 5G, 6G, where our blood has become metallic. We're basically walking around like transistors. Nanoparticulates, we're rendered just we're done. The species is through. Everything that happens, everything that we've worried about, crime is rampant, everything. And right at that time, before that happens, or maybe shortly thereafter, people will look back and said, what were they talking about before the end of our time? What were the people discussing before the end? Were they talking about this? Did they know about this? Oh no, that was considered crazy. That was considered a conspiracy theory. No, you know what they were talking about? Vivek Ramaswamy. And by the way, these are the enlightened ones, or whether Nikki Haley, or they were talking about Taylor Swift, or football and weather and the usual stuff. At the end of time, and yet there were a few people sounding the call. Well, what about the conservative stations, the conservative networks? Even worse. Even worse. Absolutely the worst. They were talking about nothing. They were quislings. They were a part of the scene like nobody's business. They were the worst of the worst. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready tonight? Are you ready to just are you ready for this? I am. 200, well, no, not 200, 300, and hang on a minute. 300, 200, 296 days until the election. 296 days until the election. Dear God. So, my friends, first, before we get started, let me thank you for being here. Get ready, my friends. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Make sure that you listen. Make sure that you subscribe. I got a brand new, did a piece together. I hope you saw it. It's called Gonzalo Lira was Epstein. I also have a segment I did with the very talented, very interesting, and very, very interesting Natalie Morris from Redacted. That's up there as well. And then you're my guest. You're my guest. Let me also remind you, dear friends, I keep telling you that coming up right now on February the 3rd, right now, the Lotus for POTUS 2 tour. This is done. Lotus for POTUS. What is Lotus? What does it even mean? Lionel of the United States. Did you know that? It's true. We did this before, but we're doing it again. The Lotus for POTUS tour. Now, I want you to make it a point to come out and see me and see your brothers and sisters. This is serious business. I don't do this that often because, frankly, I'm busy. But when I do it, I expect you to be there with bells on. Liz was there. Liz Solak was there one year. Oh my God, what a stir she caused. That was wild. That was rambunctious. And here is the link. By the way, it's in the description section. Here is the link. Let's talk about everything. I promise you. You might not say, well, say what you want. It might not be. I mean, I may not be any Cat Williams, but nobody does what I do. They said the same thing about Leonard Barr, but I digress. Let me tell you who we are. You know who we are? Ricky Lee Rector. Remember that? Who was Ricky Lee? Oh, I know, Liz. You were wild. She was doing marching to Pretoria. They had, I said, Liz, get off the table. Get off the table. Get off the table. It was kind of wobbly, but she was doing this fan dance. And it was something. Ricky Lee Rector. Who is that? Ricky Lee Rector. Liz has been to the cutting room. Are you kidding? Absolutely. Ricky Lee Rector. Who was that? Anybody? Anybody? Gene Crane is talking about puberty blockers. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it. Ricky Lee Rector. Hello. Hello. Who is that? Who is it? You go, girl. Who is Ricky Lee Rector? Who? Tell me. Who's the first one to get that one right? Come on. This is important. 1992. Ricky Lee Rector. Come on. Anybody? Come on. You know who it is. Please. I'm not going to move until we go. I'm not going to move until somebody says. No one living knows. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Dick. Kiki G. No idea. Ricky Lee Rector. Rector damn near killed her. Come on. Nobody's looking. Oh, they never look at that money. No. Somebody's I know is going to be the birthday girl this week. Somebody's going to be the birthday girl. That's all I'm going to say. Puberty blockers. Dick Gallo's talking about puberty blockers. Thanks, Dick. Thank you. I'm going to bring Dick to the Thanksgiving. Would you like that? And puberty blockers. Dick, would you lay off? Yeah, puberty blockers. Could you pass the stuffing? Yeah, puberty blockers. I love you. Singer, no, I give up. Oh, dear God. Ricky Ray? No. Not even Ray J. Ricky Lee Rector, 1992. He was sentenced to the death penalty for some shootout. What this is the guy from the Navy? Thank you so much. Thanks, Roland Bishop. The guy from the Navy? No, Roland. Okay. I love you, man. I love you. Seriously. I don't understand you, Roland. Rolling on a river, but I dig you and I like you. I like your spirit. By the way, you know who passed away? Joyce Randolph. Remember Trixie from the Honeymooners? What was she, 99? 99. We used to see her all over the place. She was at Sardi's. She was at all these. The Last of the Honeymooners. Still the best show ever. Ricky Lee Rector was cornered by the police, decided to shoot himself. Well, he missed. Something went wrong, and he lobotomized himself. And he was out to lunch. And when Bill Clinton was running for office, he said, I'm going to make sure he flew down and made sure that he signed the death warrant. And Ricky Lee Rector was so bad, so gone. They called him retarded, but that's not the word. He was so lobotomized that in his last meal, he had a piece of pecan or pecan pie. And he said, Ricky, do you want to finish that? And he says, I'll finish it after the execution. Bill Pierce, everybody. Take some bumps. I'll finish it after the execution. That's who we are. We're Ricky Lee Rector. We're talking stuff that doesn't even matter. We don't even get it. We're just what? Vivek Ramaswamy and Donald Trump. It's this catfighting. I got to tell you something. And I want to say this in a very as nice as I can. There is something so bitchy and snippy and catty about Donald Trump sometimes. I swear to God, it's like it's unbecoming. Megan Kelly, remember that? You got blood on your. What was that? I still don't know what the hell he was talking about. Blood on your from them. I don't know what he was. I don't know. He's rare. Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, I'm not going to vote for Nikki Haley. Who gives a rat's ass? Ricky Lee Rector, are you paying attention to what's going on? There's an execution coming, and you do not. Do you? It's like nobody knows. It's like this is the Titanic. We sat down for a couple of hands of cards, and while the ship is sinking, somebody says, "Anybody want to deal me in?" It's like, what are you doing? What is happening here? I don't understand this. We're all Ricky Lee Rector. I'll take it after the execution. No, Dickie, no. Whatever. Okay, fine. What are we talking about? Nikki Haley, Iowa. Oh my God. Number one, spinning the plates. Israel, Palestine, get ready. How many believe this could be the end of the world? How many believe? I have a young friend of ours, and he always seeks my counsel. And one time he said, do you think that with Russia and China, is there any chance of us being nuked? I said, no. Nuked? Nuked for what? The Ukrainian goes, why would we be nuked? If we're there, maybe, but no. They're very scared about nuke. I said, don't worry, I'll tell you. If there's any chance of us, of any kind of nuclear problems, I'll let you know. You sure about that? Absolutely. Okay. All right. Then came, I don't know what the hell it was. Something. What about now? No, not now. Not really. I forget what the second one was. Now, let me tell you this one. Do you see any chance of the big one in the Middle East? Yes or no? Anybody? Yes or no? Can't you see it right now? Religious, perfervid lunacy. Religion. God. Abraham, Allah, this, Jerry, all these, all into this critical mass of this one place. And Christians believe in eschatology, the end of times, Armageddon, the reunion with God and Jesus. There, right there. That's why the Christians, for the longest time, have been involved in this. You hear what I'm saying? They've loved it. Let me get rid of this damn thing. Do you for 1 minute honestly think for 1 minute that they care a whit about the Jews? See, this is the best part. This is so funny about this. This is what nobody gets. The only thing they care about Judaism is the fact that that's where it's going to be. And if somehow the end of times were perceived to be in Cleveland, nobody would be talking. Dennis Kucinich would be there, their whatever. But they don't give a damn about Jews. Never. Christians? What do you think anti-Semitism comes from? The whole, oh God, don't even get me started. Where do you think it comes from? What is the sense? Because remember, we're talking about Christian anti-Semitism. From the viewpoint of Palestinians, it's a different story. That's a land deal. But here, because of the perfidy of the Jews and because of the death of Christ and all this it's nonsense. This is religion. This is religion for you. One of the reasons why people like Mel Gibson and his father Hutton were so pissed off and empingado at the notion of Roncalli or John the 23rd was he got rid of the perfidy of the Jews. All right, aside from that. By the way, one of my favorites is that people say, oh, I'm a Zionist. There's a lot of Zionists out there. Really? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a Zionist. You're going to hear this. And you hear this all the time. Oh, I'm a proud Zionist. Go ahead. Tell me why. Do you believe? And not everybody, and certainly not Jews, but when a non-Jew tells you this, when a Christian tells you, "I'm a Zionist," dig a little deeper. What do you mean? Well, I'm a Zionist. Why? Well, I think they share their homeland. Wait a minute. Are you sure this is because, or do you just want them to get the hell out and go to Israel? Well, something like that too. So just remember, when you hear this stuff about, I'm a Zionist, a lot of people, their motivation has nothing to do with Zionism, but it's basically go there. Everybody move. You go there, Palestine, you go to everybody wants everybody to move out of the way. There are so many disingenuous people. When I see Christians who will just excoriate, and I mean the old type of Christians, the old Jimmy Swaggart and Kenneth Copeland, praise God. And he who has not accepted the Lord Jesus Christ, what about the Jews? Well, yeah, but wait a minute. So this goes way back. But why they love this area is because of the end of times eschatology. This is Armageddon. This is okay, fine. So you've got that. Now, Israel's got nukes. Other people have nukes. I don't care. Nobody. You don't need Hiroshima to have a hell of a time. Do you see somebody one day saying, you know what? F it. That's it. We're going out with a bang. Top of the world, Ma. Top of the world. We're tired of this. Everybody with me? You with me on this one? Thelma and Louise. Right over the cliff. Can you see that happening? Anybody? If you don't, you're Ricky Lee Rector. Okay? The basis for this is biblical rights to property because of what? Dear God. This is lunacy. Are you hearing what's going on here? Have you heard how many times during the ICJ, how many times they mentioned the word Hamas? Like 127 times? What are you talking about? They're going to level. If you think that all of these people were targeting this one, and we have the Soleimani funeral, and this one's targeted, and the Yemen, you're going after Yemen? Oh, God. I heard, there's these two. I heard the pronunciation of Yemen. It was on I think it was on The Rising. They have these two, one, I don't know what her name is. She sits in the room. She has guitars behind her on the wall. What is this? That's okay. At least it's on an unmade bed. Did you ever see the video Unmade Beds? Classic. And she talks like this, and she has absolutely no expression whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, I believe that the excoriations and the execrations that were doing by Joe Biden in no way recommends it. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. No emotion, no flat affect. You've seen her? Hello, how are you? Yes, I believe the notion of hydrology in the second. What is this? What is going on here? Have you? I don't even know her name. Anyway, she says Yemen or something. Oh my God! Do you know who these people are? Oh God! Put it this way: there's zealotry, there's what you would call lunacy, and then there's the zealots, lunatic, the creme de la creme. Yemen, the Houthis are there just for the support of their brother Palestinians. And they're saying nobody gets through this particular port. Nobody is going to go to this Bab el Mandeb Strait, the gate of tears or the gate of grief. This separates Yemen from the northeast corner of Africa. I mean, are you following this one? This one little this one little area, this one little choke point. It opens it up to the Red Sea. Oh, you may not think this is a big deal. And if they decide, you know what? F you. Double F you. Watch this with drones and all of a sudden, you're not going to go through there. Oh, and they stand and they say, where are you going? Who are you? Russia? Oh, come on right through. Come on right through. Who are you? China? Oh, come right through. Who are you? U.S.? F you. Israel? Don't even think about it. You're helping Israel, right? You can't go through. We will scuthold. They already did. Ask Saudi Arabia about these folks. What are you doing? What are you doing? And you're sending your target bomb? Great. Piss them off. Biden doesn't know what the hell he's doing. In fact, the big debate is, well, should there be? I mean, after all, there was no congressional approval. And I think there should be congressional approval because nobody actually declared war. And as far as I'm concerned, I believe the Constitution. Oh, would you shut up with that? We haven't declared war since what? Since what? Since World War II. Nobody's declaring war. We're Ricky Lee Rector. What are we talking about? We're talking about what? What? I'm seeing some of the best. Oh my God. The best stuff on YouTube, the best platforms, people I couldn't stand. I'm not too crazy about before October 7th. You mentioned their names. They were so demented lefties, and a couple of them I know personally are obnoxious. Obnoxious. Now, I'm hooked. I don't know what they have to say, but their guests. Oh my God. I saw something right now. This was the best thing. I think it's some of the best. What the hell was the name of this? This was their name is oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Hang on. I'm gonna anytime. By the way, we're gonna talk about some wonderful little guilty pleasures. Oh, here we go. This is called "Are You Willing to Share Land with the Jews?" This is called Corey Gill Schuster. Palestinians, are you willing to share the land with the Jews? And they're very rational looking people. Oh, look at this. This is great. Extra mile 150. Thanks for your efforts, Al. Thank you, my brother or sister or they. Thank you, my they. And they're asking these people in Palestine, what do you think about it? Could you ever live with a Jew? No. No. No, excuse me. You don't understand. Could there ever be a one? No. Old woman? No. Young man? No. Now, I don't know how scientific this is. Listen to what they're saying. Oh, no, this is our land. And the way somebody says, excuse me, yes. I don't think you've been listening to Netanyahu. You see, Bibi Netanyahu said that Judea and this and the Bible and that. What was that? What? I don't think you understand this. This is ours. Yeah, because there'll be no. And you're looking around him and say, excuse me, you're living in squalor. I don't give a damn where we're living. We're not. No, this is ours. You think somebody, you think somebody would say, now listen, these people got all the bombs. For the love of God, just go along, pretend you just say something. I'm tired of the bombing. We don't have anything. Where are we going? We don't have anything. And what are they saying? Nope. This is ours. And I'm just thinking, this is it. It's a zero hour. This is it, boys. This is war. The president is on the line. His 99 red balloons go by. Nina said it best. It's incredible. And what are we talking about? Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley. We're Ricky Lee Rector. We don't get it. I'll take the pecan pie after my execution. What? That's what we're doing. And one day, if somebody says, you know what? I think it's about time. Hey, folks, you want to make a splash? Let's make a splash. Not Hiroshima level, but some low yield, some Davy Crockett recoilless rifle. They got these they've had them forever. Not the suitcase bomb. I'm talking about these suitcase bombs. This is very simple. Just let the word nuclear bomb go on. And I don't know what the hell Trump is talking about, but I get the impression to say, are you following what's happening here? Well, I think Vivek Ramaswamy did, and Nikki Haley did this, and he comes up with this thing, the sanctimonious. I'm thinking, oh my God, they don't know what the hell's going on here. They do not know what's going on. Let me go back to this. This is the best part. We got 15 judges in the ICJ. Okay, you've got the Security Council plus what 10. The American judge ain't going to vote for genocide later on. Remember, what we're doing right now is this is the preliminary part. They're going to wait, and then later on, they're going to go for the full-fledged hearing. Or good luck with that one, okay? Russia, no, I'm not going to do that because they've got some. They're claiming genocide. There's so many genocide claims. Same thing with China and the Uyghur. You think they're going to do that? You think a Chinese judge is going to no. So what are we doing? I don't know. Okay, we're doing. Doesn't matter. The world's watching. And here's the best part. If the American judge or any of these people ever vote for genocide, do not come back to your country. Do not come back to your country. If you don't find that there's genocide, you just killed the UN. You just killed it. Because nobody knows what the hell the UN's all about. Nobody even knows what they're even there for. Okay, stand by for a second, my friend. Stand by for a second. Listen to me carefully. Because it's time to talk about our great sponsor, our great friend, the one, the only, the inimitable, the ineffable, the lovely, the talented Mr. Mike Lindell, and our friends at mypillow.com. Don't forget promo code Lionel. All right, my friend. It's time to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. I know a free gift. It's a tautology, so sue me. But listen carefully. What are we talking about? Giza Dream Bed Sheets, My Pillow 2.0, sheets, slippers, percales, towels, quilts, bedspreads, mattresses, mattress covers, mattress toppers, linens, kitchen towels, bathrobes, name it. Items to help you luxuriate and relax. Think about it. And they're monster sellers right now. Listen to me. Slippers. My slippers. Think about it. What do they do with My Pillow? They make things real soft and plush and comfy. How perfect. And when they apply that genius to slippers, look out. Look out. Look at the specials right now, but only if you use promo code Lionel. So go to mypillow.com/Lionel. Solid disproverbial. mypillow.com/Lionel or call 800-645-4965. Call right now and watch how fast Mike answers the phone. mypillow.com, the best. It is indeed the best, my friends, and I thank you. Again, I thank you not for what you are, but what you appear to be, and I mean that sincerely. Ricky Lee Rector. I was thinking about Ricky Lee Rector. Ricky Lee Rector. The pie. Unbelievable. I don't know what I would love right now, and I'm going to tell you something. Right, nobody's even listening to me. Nobody cares what I would say, but I'm going to pretend that they do. I'm going to imagine people are listening to me because I want to say, all right, my friends, Mr. President, whoever it is, President Trump. Apparently, you don't care about this, but would you let me speak to the young Black community? The hip hop crowd, the Cat Williams crowd, may I? I'm still, this is going on, and white America has not a clue. If I went right now if I walked in to some club of voters, and I looked at people, little Nas, little Fitty bastard, or whatever these names are, there's people with the hair and the old, whoever, people that you would, billionaires collectively, and I put together and I say, all right, listen to me very carefully. How many of you fine people believe that there is a second tier level of government called either the Illuminati, the deep state, the police state, the intel state, the shadow government, the ruling class? How many of you believe that there is an overarching superstructure that actually controls the world? And it's not in Washington, and it's not in the Congress, and it has nothing to do with people that you're like. It's not Bobby Kennedy. It's not even Trump. It's a group of people. How many believe that? Hands would shoot up. Think black folks a little bit into it? Yeah. In our country, we had a constitution that said all men are created equal. We had a fugitive slave clause until the 13th Amendment. Finally, we wanted slavery so much, we killed about 800,000 Americans because we wanted slavery that much. So let me ask you again, do you think there is another tier, another level? Do you think any of these clowns out there, you know who's the biggest sellout? Al Sharpton. Who represents you? Who? AOC? The left? Who? Left doesn't care about you. The left wants illegals, illegal aliens. They want a permanent Democratic majority. And right now, if you keep talking and wasting your time pulling this Ricky Lee Rector, I'm telling you, Gavin Newsom is going to come in and say, if you thought Joe Biden, I've got legislation, I've got stuff I'm going to propose, you aren't going to believe. I'm going to hit you so fast, and I'm quick and I'm smooth, and people are so stupid that Americans say, he looks nice and his wife is nice. Aren't they attractive? Dear God. You know, some people thought that Justin Trudeau is attractive. Look at that clown. So there are these people. Who's going after? This is 14% of the population. I can win, right? I don't have to get all of them. Anybody? No. Because you're listening to, we're having debates about Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson, all this inside baseball crap that nobody cares about. I don't understand it. This is the Ricky Lee Rector. They're talking about stuff that has nothing to do with anything. 296 days until the election. 296 days. Did you hear me? And they're saying, keep talking. Keep talking. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep talking. And let me go back to the Israel thing, because you know, it's a domino effect. Here we are, the West. Who are we? The United States, France, Germany, Europe, the UK, the Maldives, you know, stuff like that. That's us. That's us. Do we have any power anymore? I don't know. What kind of power do you need? I don't know. Now, we have BRICS. And I know this. BRICS was a BRICS plus 6. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And they've just invited 6 more, including, hang on. Oh, here we go. Argentina. Now, Malay, whatever, he's going to, he wants to boot him out, but that's all right. Egypt. Where's Egypt? Right next to Gaza. Hello. Egypt, Iran, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, and the Emirates. Plus South Africa, Brazil, Russia. This is the new group of nations. This is it. This is and most Americans, because they're Ricky Lee Rector, have no idea. They think this is G7 or something, or maybe they're Davos, or I don't know what they think it is. Maybe that Sun Valley thing. They don't understand it. They were talking about the BRICS Bank. Remember when Hillary, of course not. When Hillary was on Charlie Rose talking about BRICS Bank, and all of a sudden that flight, whatever, went down. Remember that? She talked about BRICS Bank. She basically said, that's what, no, anyway, let's get out of the tree, back to the regular area here. They've been talking about this. This scares the hell out of everyone. Brazil, Russia, India, China, China and Russia. It's just part of it. What do we have? Nothing. What are we doing? I don't know. And let me tell you what happens. There are people as we speak in not only Washington, but the rest of the world say, now tell me again the connection with Israel, please. Tell me why we're doing this. Tell me again why. Tell me one more time. One more time. Yeah, I know you're the democracy, the only democracy. Yeah, been allies to be sure. Yep, long history. But why are we? The whole world is against us. The whole world. And tell me why we're doing this again. What are we? We're basically giving you the instrument to flatten Gaza. This is the way that it's being perceived. And what are we getting out of this again? Tell me again. I don't understand. And do you think Gavin Newsom will do it? You damn right. If they tell him to do it, sure. Now we've got the rest of the world. He said, okay, now we're going to do this. Now let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Let's assume I had a movie, and in my movie, there was a real dangerous guy there, a real dangerous guy, real dangerous, okay? And this guy says, let's say in my movie now, not in real life, but in my movie, I represent Israel. And I say, may I use my creativity to change the way? Yes. Okay. Because in the United States, there's a lot of, whoa, we got Palestinian here. They're shutting this down, shutting that down. Everybody's going crazy. What would happen if, say, God forbid, again, this is just a hypothetical. What would happen if all of a sudden there's some bad event, something bad where people are hurt, and it is attributed to some Palestinian organization? But it's not. It's attributed, but it's not them. It's me. Call it false flag, call it whatever you want. What would happen? Because America's like this. Ricky Lee Rector. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Huh. I'm in Dayton, and they're where are they protesting? Oh, Times Square. Is that in New York? Oh, okay. I don't know. Who are these again? The Palestinians. Oh, yeah, Israel. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe, whatever. I wish just Israel would get, because I'm getting tired of they're shutting this down. And wait till they shut things down like, the Academy Awards and then the Super Bowl. And people have said, oh, for the love of God, these Israel. Okay. And then all of a sudden, one day it switches. And let's say something bad happens. What do you think would happen to the United States and the way they think and they look at Palestinians? It would change like that. We went apeshit after 9/11. Remember all this? This is, hang on a minute. Edge Dweller says, would it be similar to anti-computer virus companies that create viruses to justify their existence? Oh, yes. And you know who else, by the way, Edge? You know who else did that? Bed bugs. Were you here during the bed bug thing? Oh. Were you here during, remember that, honey? Bed bugs? Oh my God. Let me tell you something. I got that thing one time. I had parasitosis. Because when you get bit here, it's called Simex lectularius. It's a hematophagic. These bed bugs were just, Remember that? Remember that? Hey, Roscoe. There was this ad in New York. They had these beagles that would come, and everybody said the beagle would come to your office, and the beagle would come here, and the beagle would come here. Bed bugs that look just like flax seeds, and they go behind. They went right behind picture frames, and they love wood, and the best part about it is that when you move, if you're in your bed, it's not really the bed; it's where you sleep. Why? CO2. It just follows you. And when you go sleep on the couch, it says, oh, they're over here. To show you how good these bastards are, they would go up a wall, across the ceiling, and then drop on you. And you couldn't see them. And when you were bit here, you scratch here. It was wild. One time, we had somebody come, and I took a highball glass or something, and I kept a couple of them. I found them. I kept them because sometimes they move and sometimes they don't. And I put a piece of saran wrap on top, and I put it behind this microwave I didn't want people to see it. And I forgot about it. When I tell you how long it was, I have no idea how. I don't know how long it was. A year? I don't know. And I said, oh, I found them. They're still there. And they were looking at me like this. Okay. You're going to let me out? And I kind of shook them up. And they're like mating, or I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they were like jumping with them. They're still alive. It's like a year later. They're sitting there saying, okay, you done? You done? They said they used to grease the bed posts. The best thing these have is those bed condoms where we wrap your bed in them. Anyway, why am I talking about that? It's a long way to go and a short time to get there. We're eastbound. Just watch old Bandit run. I could have sworn that I'll put it this way. You know what I could do if I had a couple of bed bugs and I could just breed them, and I can go to go to a hotel or something and just let them go into the air. Just let them go. Just a couple here. One person gets bed bug. One. So I always think, I wonder if they're much like the computer viruses. I wonder if the bed bug companies are doing this because they got them. They collect them all day. You've got nothing but little cups of bed bugs. Every time you go someplace, you can say, well, let me see if it's okay. What? That's never happened before? Come on, stop it. Stop it. Of course it has. May it never happen to you. It was unbelievable. So, here's the issue. While the rest of us are Ricky Lee Rector, something bad's going to happen there. This is a fight that Americans don't really understand. It's about land. They are so pissed off. And what's scary is how calm Iran is. And Hezbollah, they're just waiting. They're just saying, not yet. And what are we talking about? And Trump, because with Jared, is going to be 100% Israel, whatever. And by the way, this is not anti-Israel. This is not. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you exactly the players. This is what's at stake. I talk about Yemen. I talk about this. I talk about, Iran. They're players. When I talk about Iran, it's not about, Shia. It's not about the Persian. It's about geopolitical. I got to remind people of that because we've been so conditioned into thinking that if you say something about Israel, you're anti-Semitic. Stop it. That doesn't even work anymore. Nobody even believes that. That trope is done. That's like saying Gaza. The Hamas. Nobody's talking about Hamas anymore. Nobody's talking about that. Because they keep saying, well, they're still using human shields now. There's nothing there. Where are these shields? What the hell's going on here? Do you have another story? Is that it? Hamas. Yes, I understand that. And they say terrible things. Terrible. They say terrible. Terrible thing. Yes, they do. They do say terrible. Look, let me stop for a second. Let me remind you, this is serious. This is beyond serious. And nobody's talking about this. And what's happening here? And the level of crime here, oh dear God. The level of crime is something that I cannot believe what I'm even saying. Stop right there, my friends. Stop for 1 second, please. Let me remind you. Again, please like this video, subscribe to it. I want to talk to you about our very important friends at preparewithlionel.com, because let me tell you something. I don't know if you're if I saw somebody send something about, Tucker's. Oh God. Every time this guy farts, I gotta hear about it. Oh, really? Did he really? Tucker? Well, but he's talking about what happens if the world goes, the grid crashes. Thank you. We've been talking about this forever. What about food? I'm glad you asked. 2024, as I have stated and predicted, will be contentious, scary, and promises to blow your mind. It'll make 2023 look like a walk in the park, because the folks who run the show live for chaos and instability and panic. Your panic. Now, many of our problems could be solved overnight, but that defeats the purpose. Destabilization and chaos, that's the name of the game. Now, if you can handle the truth, and I know you can, you need to visit my website, preparewithlionel.com. Write this down, preparewithlionel.com. You'll get $200 off a much-needed and absolute best-selling 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Now listen carefully. This is the country's largest preparedness company. My Patriot Supply is your fighting chance at survival. And I don't use that word lightly, survival. Sealed inside 6 water-resistant buckets, these delicious meals, 22 varieties of tasty breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, you name it, last up to 25 years and provide over 2,000 calories per day. And we're talking 120 pounds of food. Eat right in emergencies with this 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. At this low price, you can get one for everyone in your family. Think about this. This is critical. So visit preparewithlionel.com right now. Order by 3 p.m. for free same-day shipping. Prepare right now at preparewithlionel.com. One more time. Go to preparewithlionel.com before chaos ensues. All right, on a lighter note, I am addicted to certain things, and I don't know why. YouTube is the greatest form of entertainment for me, and I will find myself watching things that I just don't know. I want right now for you to tell me, what is it that you watch, if you do, where you are a particular theme. We had, who was our friend? Oh God, I can't remember her name. She loved Russian car accidents. What is in it? She's a wonderful. She's here somewhere. She got stuck on it. I will watch women and people being arrested with these body cam. I'm addicted. I can watch one after. I don't know why. I love it. And they have different categories. This was, they had cops, drunk cops. They had one non-binary somewhere who gets into an accident, and when they pull over, or the cops come over, she says, by the way, excuse me, I just want you to know I'm a cop. So, oh yeah, I'm a cop. And this guy hit me, and okay. She got the tattoos and the hair and the whole, all right, fine. And she seemed, rational. So the cops say, well, let me go over, because they got this wonderful camera, which gives me the best television there is. So he walks over to the car, of the person who supposedly hit this cop. And he says, yeah, she's drunk out of her mind. It's amazing how people can hide it. He says, well, let me show you something. Here's my, I took a picture of her, a video when she came up to the car. I was pretending I was on the phone, but I'm recording her. This is what she did. And she comes up and you go, yeah, I'm a cop. And don't tell you. And she's out of her mind. And the cops are thinking, Jesus, you're lying. Airport stuff, the craziest loons, people shoplifting and lying. I said, and they get your hands off me. I mean, I'm addicted to it. Addicted. What do you watch? Next. Why do I watch this? I have no idea. Chiropractic, cracking backs, and ring dingers. You know what a ring dinger is? Do you know what that is? Sounds like something you get at like a house of ill repute, as Archie Bunker was. You know what a ring dinger is? Dr. John Campbell. No. He left me during that whole COVID thing. He backtracked on that. I couldn't. And then wash your hands. Oh, shut up. I watch old sitcom. Dick, I do it too. Mrs. Ellen and I we watch the old Virginia Graham. We watch Love American Style. But here's what a ring dinger is. These people go to these. It's so sad. They say, "I'm at my back," and I would say, "Don't touch that back." And they put this poor person on the thing, and it's like they're screaming in agony. And they put these mics all over the body, so that when the thing cracks, you hear the and you hear the screaming. And I'm watching it. I hope nobody gets hurt. People with scoliosis and herniated discs. But the ring dinger, now listen to this. There's this guy, I think he's in Texas, I think. He talks like that. He just got a ring dinger. Make sure you close your mouth. Don't put your tongue between your teeth. Just hang on, breathe deeply. And they wrap this thing around your neck, right around here. And they put you in this contraption. He stands behind you, kind of, it looks almost like a water ski handle with a rope wrapped around your head, and he goes like that and pulls your head, and there's something called decapitation. And the reactions from people, it's a cross between orgasmic and near death. I hear this. I want to have this, but I don't want to have this. I think it might be all schmaltz. Then there's this he's a black orthopedic surgeon. He says, I don't know if I would do this if I were you. Well, there's no, pulling your neck like that is not Epstein. Okay. Then it's yes. Was it invented by Epstein? Yes. Ed, you got it right. Then there's this one that is it gets real sleazy. So apparently YouTube says, oh, this guy likes chiropractor. Let's throw some new ones at him. There's a Russian. I think he's Russian. I think this is like porn. I don't think he's a chiropractor. He has this one young girl. She's like in her underwear, and he's bending her. And I'm thinking, I don't think this is chiropractic stuff. I don't know. It's like, this is weird. And then you have these. I don't. One guy who is devoted to nothing but women athletes and pole vaulters who basically have, I guess, the things right up there. Now, I don't know why I'm watching this chiropractor, and next thing you know, I get this. So I got to wait till this rotation goes away, and then the cooking shows. And for some reason says, there's this Chinese guy, which I love. He's in the middle of the forest, the jungle in China, and he makes everything from hedgehog, porcupines. So between people getting arrested, people getting ring dingers, sometimes, I don't know about you, but MMA and all that bores me. So what is your Oh, look at this. What is yours thing? Look at this. Tony Garrett says Japanese massage. Yes. Have you seen Japanese omelets? There's a name for it. You got it with have you seen when they do this? Have you seen the volcano? They take the 2 chopsticks and there's a guy with a funky hair. It's incredible. I have watched a little of everything. I'll decide later when I have found the video of all videos. Asian bakery street vendors. Yes. Asian yes. There was one where this Korean bakery, there's no talking. Have you seen the wiggly cake? This Chinese or Japanese, this cake, it wiggles. Oh my God. I'm fascinated by it. Absolutely fascinated by it. So what is it that Japanese hair spas, have you seen also, if you go to Middle Eastern companies, there's one guy, and also Africa, one guy gets he gets, I don't know if it was in Egypt, I don't know where the hell this is, but they go in and they put stuff up his nose and they get rid of his hair and he's there forever, and then they give him a massage and they put hot wax on him. I think they're just messing with a guy. He can't leave. He gives them like how much is that? $1. They get this thing goes on and on. It's unbelievable. Now I hate food vlogs. Hate them. Mark Wiens, I can't watch him anymore. Everything is, he makes that stupid face. Food Ranger, can't. The couples, everything is, I lost it. Just give me somebody who I like somebody who's starting off. But I love to watch the food. I love to watch food and vendors from around the world. India is another story. India is absolutely a number. I like 30-year-old pimple popping. It's funny you say that. I know people don't like this. There is something that is so, I can do it for a while. I like the really transformative stories. Somebody comes in with a rhinophyma, some huge nose, he's deformed. I like that, where they really fix it and somebody feels better about themselves. And, I love also watching lectures on schizophrenia, anything on Kensington. I don't know where this thing, but I swear to you, I could spend the rest of my life going from one to another in these algorithms. And I don't like shorts as much, but they kind of give me a bit of a sampling. Long distance Greyhound bus trips. Yes. I thought you like to watch long distance. How about sounds? Rain on a tin roof. Rain outside. Rain and thunder. Rain and mild thunder. Wind and rain. Wind only. Snow and wind. The sound of a train. The sound of being in a plane. The sound of a jet engine. Very soothing. The ASMR, whatever it's called. Schizophrenia is not a riot. Schizophrenia fascinates me. And it's so sad. There's a wonderful documentary on this Bellevue Hospital, actually, that I watched repeatedly. It's so sad, but fascinating. Edge Dweller says, last time I got waxed, they poured wax on me and then placed a bed sheet as a waxing strip, and 4 people took a run up to pull the strip. I'm sorry to hear that. All I'm telling you right now is the number one thing to watch. The number one, if you've got to watch anything. And once YouTube says, oh, you like this, watch what cops have to go through with people. And how I hate the word bro. Hey, bro, leave me alone, bro. Come on, bro. Bro. Where did this come from? How these cops do not beat these people to a pulp or just turn this camera off, I have no idea. I have no idea. My respect for police, what they have to, no wonder they're jerks. When you see what they have to go through, it's the most incredible thing in the world. So thank you, YouTube, for this. I love it. I go into and I love discovering something completely different. How about Cook's Kitchen? The woman who goes and tests appliances. Don't get me started. I can go on and on. And the reason why is because it's so depressing. Because, my friends, we are headed for something not good. So, Edge Dweller, thank you. Extra Mile, thank you. And I also want to ask you a big favor, and you know what it is. I want you to make sure you go and you subscribe to Mrs. L's channel. It means so much to us. Especially this is got a big birthday week coming here. Oh yeah, we're gonna go nuts. So that's it right there. Please do that. She would be so honored. She works hard for causes that, very frankly, nobody really wants to talk about, which is true. Absolutely true. And also, if you are so inclined, please follow her on Twitter at the following. I appreciate that. Thank you. Remember years ago, there used to be these shows. I remember when I was a kid on Saturdays, it was called Hot Dog. I think it was called Hot Dog. Jonathan Winters, somebody says, "Hey, how do you make a baseball?" And they show the baseball and the spinning. I love that. Bill Pierce, ladies and gentlemen, says the sounds of being in an elevator stuck with somebody armed with a handy gas. Yes. You know, I was thinking about you, Bill, recently. I love hearing stories from old wrestlers shoot stuff. And I love Greg the Hammer Valentine talk about Haku and Meng and my friend Bobby Heenan. And it just reminds me of those, I don't know. You can just go back and just think one day what we're doing now is on some YouTube channel somewhere. Isn't it something? It's just somewhere. And people say, who was this guy? I want to be like the Brother Theodore or the Moondog or the Stan Can. Remember him, Stan Can, on Johnny Carson? Or the Erwin Corey, so to speak. Some obscure visionary that young people, generations from now, will go back and rediscover us. And they'll say, who was that man? He made so much sense. Why didn't they listen to him? All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious night. You've been so terrific. Please be careful. Don't drink and drive. Remember, you might hit a bump, spill your drink. You're not good. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.